Good morning and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here today with Fred and Wyatt, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is your puppy's ability to understand and respond to his formal on-leash obedience commands, the correction and the motivation that we give the babies when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of the leash folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves the left hand free to give the correction, and the only correction that we give is a little tug and let go on the training collar, and that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Wyatt will come home with his very own training collar, and you'll be taught how to use that properly during your follow-up training session. Now he is sitting nicely at Fred's left, which is where all of our obedience commands are done, and the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is proper walking on a leash, and the command is Wyatt, heel. Now this command is simple, but it's one of the things that people complain about the most as their dogs mature, is that they can't take them for a walk because they're dragging them down the street. If you notice, each time that Fred stops his feet, Wyatt has been taught to sit without being told to wait for his next command. So he's doing that beautifully. Heeling, automatic sitting, and the next command that we're going to demonstrate for you is the sit stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command, and because it is a stationary exercise, we are not using his name, just the one word firm command to stay. Now he's a baby, so you're going to start out practicing this for about 30 seconds and ultimately work up to 3 minutes. When Fred returns back to him, he walks all the way around him, and Wyatt's job is to remain seated until he gets his next command. So each time that you return back to that original heel position, you have to tell him what you want him to do. He's a little distracted by me here with this camera. He's not really understanding what's going on. And we're buds, so nice automatic sit. Fred leaves him in another sit stay, walks out to the end of his training leash, and this time, instead of returning all the way back around him, he's going to call Wyatt, and this is the come on command. And he praises him on the way in, and Wyatt should come right in front and sit, and that eliminates any need to jump on you or put his feet on you. And then they take off heeling again. So you're going to practice with him at home using this video as your instructional aid. He's such a smart puppy. It should be fun to train him to do tricks and everything, because he enjoys the learning and he enjoys that attention that he gets. And again, Fred will use his name, lighten his tone, praise him on the way in, and he should come in and sit. We want him to keep all 4 on the floor at all times, because he's not a toy dog. I don't think he's going to be very big, but he's certainly not tiny, so you don't want him jumping all over people. Now the next commands that we're going to demonstrate for you are going to be your down commands. These are more difficult commands to teach, and he learned them. Just if you want to stop right there, Fred, that's perfect. He learned them very quickly. Now the first down is the down from a heel position. So with your dog seated at your left, you take your left open palm and push it straight down toward the ground and give the one-word command to down and stay. Now your down stay, they usually hold better than the sit stay. It's more comfortable, they like it. So you're going to start out at about 1 minute with the down stay, and you're going to work all the way up to 5 minutes. When Fred returns back to him, he will return back exactly as he did on the sit stay, walking all the way around him, and he should remain lying down until he gets his next command. See, each time that Fred stops, he sits. And we're going to demonstrate that down from a heel position one more time. Left open palm straight down toward the ground, and the one-word command to down and stay. And you can practice these exercises indoors as well as outdoors. It makes for better house manners. Use your commands all the time. This time, Fred's going to call him out of that down. Comes in and sits like a good boy and then goes back to heel. And the very last exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is your down from a distance. So you're going to have him seated at your left. You're going to leave him in a sit-stay. You're going to turn to face him. You're going to use your right hand to give the command. And he goes down from a distance. Now this is major for such a young little puppy. He's doing so well. I think that you're going to be as proud of him as we are. He's done a great job. His housebreaking is great. His obedience training is super. And he's just a nice little guy. So we can't wait to get with you and show you everything. And we want you to know that we're grateful that you chose Nora's Dog Training Company.